when Ajahn Sundara talks about consciousness being like this, is this moment now. You're conscious. You may be feeling cold, warm. You're conscious of feeling light or heavy, sleepy or awake. This is just feelings, for example, just having a reasoning consciousness. It's not, don't need to create a me. Being sleepy, being this or that. You can listen, you're conscious of me creating this or that. But there's not necessary to move with these thoughts. You're just aware of the thinking mind, the feeling mind, and you're conscious that these thoughts are traveling through you. The feeling are arising in this body and moving on. They're changing. But if you are not aware or conscious of them, you won't have a chance perhaps to free your mind from the habit of clinging to them, attaching to them, identifying with them, and reconditioning in you the story of me. But right now in meditation, you're aware it's like this. You don't have to name it. You don't have to make a big noting program about it. Just mindful to sustain this awareness, consciousness onto what arises in the heart, in the body, in the mind, and what passes away. So the chant we just did this morning, it's stating there is an unconditioned consciousness that is unconditioned. And against this background, you have also the sixth sense consciousness. So you can hear my voice and then the silence that arises as I stop speaking. Maybe you're feeling drowsy. You're conscious and aware of the kind of mood of feeling drowsy, sleepy. You don't need to become sleepy, you're just conscious of sleepiness. How it manifests. Maybe you feel hungry. So you're aware of the feeling of an empty stomach, hunger maybe. You can hear your thinking, thoughts arises in consciousness and pass away in consciousness. Will it be sunny today? I wonder if the rain will stop. What are we going to have for lunch? Is my meditation okay? So many things arise in consciousness, but there's no need to touch them. I can just mindful and aware that these have a reason, and then you can also be mindful and aware when they pass away. You're aware that if you're really conscious, you know the difference between having a back that's sitting straight up and a back that's bending over, slumped. When one is conscious, mindful and aware, you clearly feel the difference. We're not absorbing the mind into a sensation. You're conscious that the mind is sleepy and maybe slumped, the body is slumped over, bending over, the head is bending down, and then you can readjust your posture so that you don't give the message to the mind, I'm going to fall asleep now. The message is, I'm conscious of now what's going on in the present moment. Even though one may be willing to be really mindful, we often don't realize that we might just be identifying with a feeling, a bodily feeling or a mental feeling, or the idea of thinking I'm aware when actually I'm asleep. Instead of being aware of sleepiness, you just fallen into the creation, I am sleepy, and I'm absorbed in sleepiness. instead of using the posture, opening the eyes, looking in front of you, and waking up the whole apparatus of our mind and body, waking it up by having to sustain awareness and wakefulness instead of resting in a feeling, absorbing into a feeling of some kind, which is not wakefulness. It's just being absorbed into feeling. And you can't actually see anything. You can't see what the Buddha is talking about as anicca. Now, if you're aware that your body is sleeping, your mind is sleeping, straighten up your spine, please, and look, open your eyes. I really ask you, open your eyes, straighten up your spine, and stay awake. Make an effort. Those who are already awake can close their eyes. Don't need to do extra job. And those who are asleep, open your eyes. Double check your posture. Is your back upright? Is your head upright? Are you sleepy? Are you sleeping? Are you conscious? You can note the difference with wisdom, with understanding the difference. Sometimes one is sleepy because one is very tired. It's not a moral judgment. When one is tired, it's difficult to be aware. Don't have the energy. This is why in meditation the aspect of right effort, right amount of energy is quite crucial. Double check from time to time where your attention is. Are you still here? Are you wandering off into different worlds? Is mindfulness really established? Can you see the difference when mindfulness is present and mindfulness has turned into something else? So being conscious, you are aware and you remember to observe what is arising. You are conscious of the feeling in your body. You don't need to look for them. You just, when they arise, you're aware of them. You're conscious of the body sitting, body slumping, body asleep. So you can fill it up with energy. It's actually possible to fill up one's body with energy by using just the awareness of now. Body responds really well to the mindfulness of the present moment.